If you didn't hear the big announcement last week, 10,000 Takes is happy to be partnered with Underdog Fantasy. And if you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, I want to sit here and tell you about the easiest way to get in action on sports. And like I said, it's Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. So just pick higher or lower on your favorite or least favorite player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Like I said, 20 times your money. Underdog keeps it super simple with their easy-to-use website and mobile app. You can pick between 2 and 5 players and fill out your pick'em entry. And if you get every pick right, you take home cold hard cash. Like I said, up to 20 times your money in a single night. So you can use promo code 10K when you sign up. Once again, that's 10K at sign up, and have your first deposit doubled up to $100 by Underdog. Folks, for those that I told to sign up last week, we really encourage you to go on there, make your first deposit. It's going to get doubled. You could put in $10, you get 20. You put in 20, you get 40. And you can get in on the action, specifically the British Open, where the Open Championship starts this week. That's a fun thing you can put your money on. So once again, that's code 10K at the Underdog app when you sign up, or go to www.underdogfantasy.com, or you can click the link in the episode show notes to get that deposit doubled. But once again, you put in $10, you get 20 back, and you can start playing with us on there today. On this episode of It's a Bit, we're joined by WWE Superstar Xavier Woods. He's going to be in town for Monday Night Raw, WWE Monday Night Raw, Monday, is it August 7th?
I think so. That sounds right.
Monday, August 7th at the Target Center. Like they say, folks, Raw is war. We're going to be running a giveaway on all the socials. Get your tickets now, Monday Night Raw. You'll get to see Xavier Woods, the guy that's in this interview, wrestle. It's going to be a great night. We're also going to go over our bits of the week, as always, and end the show by playing 15 questions. So all that and more on It's a Bit.
To the top, never going down, don't wait for the drop. Never stand still, that's the motto. Yeah, brand new bands for the auto. Oh, foot to the ground, full throttle. Big energy for the night like lotto. Damn, y'all talk lots, never this quiet. Life like a Seinfeld plot. Vault full of songs, all of them bombs. Something like a minefield guy. Boom. Get it, tickets running out quick. Bet it, never get it out big.
All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of It's a Bit, presented by 10,000 Takes. My name is Bossman, joined by Wags and journalist Jake. Producer Cam is running late. He says he's running home from work a little late, but I think he might just be at another Demolition Derby meeting.
Just drinking a few brews right now.
Yeah,
discussing strategy.
He's got one of his cars in the fucking garage now.
Mm-hmm.
Just that beat up station wagon. It looks like it had been blown up and incinerated a few times, and then in a junkyard. He was showing me all the different shit he's got to do to it. He's got to like rip the seats out. The middle of it, like and the steering wheel is completely like cut out with a knife because someone had to take the airbag out. It's actually pretty incredible how he gets the car ready for demolition derbies. But the fucking thing is in the garage.
We don't really use that too much. I mean, that's fine, isn't it?
That's Donnie's spot.
Yeah,
So.
It's typically Donnie's spot. I actually asked Donnie about that. I'm like, how do you feel about that? He's like, I wasn't too happy about it, but whatever. We'll put it in there and
well, obviously,
something to look at.
You guys actually live here at the house. I mean, did he even ask you guys before doing this?
He just said he was doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I briefly heard him talking about it, but then Sunday he said, come look at my new toy. And I go outside and I see something that looks like something I drove in high school.
Funny related story. Donnie was talking to me yesterday about how he's like looking at buying a used Mercedes, and he goes, what did he say? He goes, yeah, I gotta drive the Pontiac that he drives. It's like this car he's had since since high school. He's been driving it, and he's a middle 20s aged adult now. But he goes, yeah, I got to drive it back to Janesville where he's from. And I go, oh, like, we can't just burn it in the front yard. He goes, well, I asked my parents if they were cool with Cam buying it for $500 so he could destroy it, but they weren't on board with that. So I got to drive it home.
Oh.
So Cam threw out an offer to buy it so he could destroy it in the demolition derby.
That's what he does. Is they go around the demolition derby meeting. They discuss how they can throw around money to go buy cheap cars to destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly the most American thing you'll ever
I mean,
hear about.
I guess it is the one entertaining way to get rid of your car instead of just letting it go to a dump or get it. I don't know.
But here's the thing: if you actually were like sentimental for your car, you wouldn't want to put it through that.
Well,
right?
And apparently that was like Donnie's grandfather's car, and it was apparently the last thing.
Donnie was so down to
the last thing he had given him before his grandpa died.
No,
he's like, let's destroy it.
No,
that's the way he would have wanted it.
Donnie,
and it was his parents that had to say no, which is hilarious. But Maybe we'll get Cam back in here at some point. We'll pause whatever we're doing and we'll question him about the station wagon. And
we'll have our own demolition derby meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
We got beer.
Yeah, we got beer, and we're talking demolition derby. This is a demolition derby meeting, right? No, this is not sanctioned.
The pieces are there.
Yeah.
Dismissing a Confederate flag.
Oh, my God.
I feel
some Budweiser.
Yeah, some Budweiser. No, not Budweiser anymore, I feel like.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they're up to over
That's
there.
too close to Bud Light.
We ain't doing that shit. They took our job. That's what I feel like a demolition derby is.
Yes.
Meeting is.
They're fine young men.
Yeah, they're fine young men.
And probably
Well
mostly
done.
older men, probably. But.
Mostly.
All right, let's do a bit of the week. We'll start with you, journalist Jake. What do you got?
I have the TSA drunk bit. So this, the TSA people, right, are very touchy-feely and want to, I feel like fill you up or copophilia you a little bit, I should say. But this goes along to the drunks that are practically like TSA, have to grab you or touch you in any way, shape, or form. And I'm talking about typically the guys, and typically Cam here dealt with this personally on Friday night. We went to some, maybe some listeners will know about it. We went to a bar called In Cahoots in Hamel, Minnesota, which is not that far from our house here. And it's a little dive bar, cool live band experience, but it's a cool little bar. Walk in there. I show up there way after Cam already showed up, so he's already just a little bit allegedly intoxicated. And the first thing he practically does when I see him is he immediately tries to grab my crotch, immediately tries to grab my balls. And the rest of the night, tries grabbing my ass and balls.
He's not normally like that.
When he's drunk, he kind of.
Kind of, okay.
I guess I've noticed this.
I don't know what it feels like for him to do that to me or TSA because I'm not pretty, I guess.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but he was pretty sloshed, allegedly.
Well, I heard some stories that'll stay off air about him this past weekend.
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy.
There was some stuff after, on the way home and after he came back, everything like that.
Yeah, what a time for him to miss the podcast.
But I know, damn it.
I don't know. I haven't heard about any of this.
He probably wouldn't be upset about it. He'd be like, yeah, I was doing that. He said he didn't even remember it. Like, Donnie was there, houseboy Donnie was there as well, and he said, yeah, he kept trying to just, like, grab me and, grab me by my penis and stuff. Like, he just flat out, that's what he said. And I think Cam was just plastered and hammered, and he just turns into the TSA drunk, just gets all touchy-feely and just, I don't know.
You guys were smart for scheduling golf at 12 and not, like, at 8 a.m.
Yeah, he learned the lesson on that from last week's episode. Also, though, you got to have the guy in the group who ensures that no one is packing heading into the Uber, because the last thing you want to do is have the police called on you because someone's firing off guns in the Uber, John Morant style.
Well, speaking of that, like 12 was almost too late for Cam. Like, I got up at like 10. Like, I didn't get super hammered or anything, so I was pretty fine. I woke up around 10. And I was planning on, and I was planning on, driving with Cam. It turns out he tells me right before we leave, no, we got to drive separately. I'm like, well, then I could have left earlier. I was the one who woke him up in his bed. He looks at me, what time is it? I'm like, dude, it's almost 11 a.m. We got to golf in Woodbury. What are you doing? Oh, fuck. I feel like death. Like all this shit. Like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like,
the funny thing is, dude, Jack and I have had to do that for you several times.
At 6 a.m.
The Minnesotan Cup.
Yes.
He just woke up and he goes, dude, what the fuck, dude? I was like, what?
I'm still upset with myself for that, by the way. But anyway, so he was the TSA drunk that night, but people get like this, I feel like. Not necessarily that inappropriate, but they'll, put your arms around you and like, you're the best bud, and you're my best friend, and the lovey drunk. But Cam kind of exemplified that, I think, Friday night to a T.
Well, really quickly, though, actually, Wags, you go first because my thing's unrelated.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think maybe Cam just doesn't, he kind of keeps those emotions in, right? And then he finally lets them out when he drinks.
If he wants to tell us something,
yes.
If he's in love with me or something, I don't know, or in love with, men, I don't know. I mean, he can, maybe he has to admit something. I don't know.
And that's okay.
A drunk, what is it? A drunk
mind speaks the sober tongue.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. But that's where I think it comes from.
Remember when I told everyone last week not to play golf in the morning?
Yep.
I forgot that I decided to participate in a scramble in Lakeville this Saturday at 8 a.m. We live in Plymouth. Do the math there. I need to wake up about 6:30.
Okay.
And if I want to hit range balls, I got to wake up at 6. I just completely fist-fucked my own rule there.
So you're not going out after golf
I will
this
not
Friday?
be going out Friday.
Okay.
No, sir.
It's fine. Early golf is fine as long as you don't fuck yourself over the night before.
Yeah, I don't like golf in the morning. A scramble in the morning's okay. That's fine. But, yeah, I just violated the rule that I told everyone not to do last week. So there goes another moment. But, all right, yeah, no, well, hopefully we'll get Cam in here. We can see what's going on.
Kind of clarify this and see what from his perspective.
Yeah,
what he saw or felt that night.
Yeah, well, I think I know what he felt. I don't know what he saw.
Yeah.
But all right, Wags, what do you got for a bit?
I got the quitting golf bit. Everyone who's ever played golf has been here when, everything's going wrong in your round and you were just playing great last week, but everything's falling apart this week. And every time you swing a club, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And every time you try to work on your game, it gets even worse. Well, I think JJ and I kind of had this experience at the one and only TPC Twin Cities that we were lucky enough to play last Friday. It was an absolute experience, but I want to say after the turn, maybe hole 11 or 12, it's not like we were playing horrible, but we were playing pretty bad for the course that we were at. Not you, Bossman, you were playing great, but JJ and I were just not playing great. And it got to a certain point around hole 12 or 13 where JJ, no joking in his voice, just complete, just dejection and just pain in his voice. He was like,
embarrassed.
I need to quit golf. This is the last time I will be out for the. He sounded so serious.
Or like the last week, I'm like, I have a tee time tomorrow, and that's probably it.
And then I'm done. I'm gonna do what my dad did. I'm gonna take the rest of the summer off. I need to regroup. And keep in mind, we have the 10K Invitational coming up. But the kid is just sitting there saying, I am gonna fucking quit golf. I'm like, Jake, no, you're not. You're fine. And no matter what I said, you just you didn't smile. You didn't get happy. You were just like, no, I'm done.
That was bad.
I mean, that's pretty normal, and the funniest response to that is from a few older golf movies where someone says, what am I doing wrong? Well, take 2 weeks off, then quit altogether.
Yeah.
Pretty famous saying, but
that's what I need.
Yeah, at least you didn't take it to the literal sense. Like, some people will literally snap all their clubs, throw them in the pond, and then throw their bag in the pond.
Yep.
Like, we've all seen those videos. We've heard those stories. Saying it's one thing, but some people literally do it by throwing their clubs away.
Jake, he didn't throw his club away, but he definitely tossed a few clubs. And I'm sorry, even though I started losing it when you did that, man.
I was very frustrated. I think I was just I had I got into a pocket where I felt pretty good, between holes 8 and through 12, because I think I was just frustrated too, because I've been looking forward to playing this, and we've wanted to play this in a while, and then something by my pec or something was just stinging and pain. So I'm like, why does this have to happen today? Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I'm going to drink a little bit. I don't have pain medicine, so I'm going to drink a little bit. And then I actually felt really good. I felt loose and everything like that. And then I got into a nice pocket where I had a couple good drives and all that. I'm playing TPC, but then I think I ended up drinking too much.
Yep, you crossed the line.
Partially, I crossed that line to try to compensate for whatever was going on. And I'm already not the best sober, right? So it's like if I cross the line and I'm at this course that's a little difficult, it's just a little bit difficult, and then I was missing everything, and I was just like, this is embarrassing. I go to TPC, Twin Cities, where they host a PGA for the first time, and this is how it's ending. It's just awful.
I definitely think there was a factor of intimidation, because whenever we've gone there, it's been for pro tournaments, and then all of a sudden we're there, and we're getting to go to the practice facility, and we're all of a sudden on the driving range, and before you know it, we're on hole 1. I remember on the driving range, it took me just 20 minutes to start hitting the ball straight. It was just intimidating just to be there, in my opinion, as someone who's not a jack level golfer.
That's what I was gonna say. Is to your guys' credit, when was the last time you've played a golf course that quality? Never, right?
Yeah.
You've never played. I've played maybe a handful of courses that hard, some that are close to it, just growing up and playing high school golf. But that is probably the hardest course you guys have played by 5-fold. So maybe you weren't hitting the ball great, but you got to give yourself a little credit that we usually play courses like Bluff Creek, Deer Run, maybe the Wilds at best. TPC is on a whole new level of both quality, difficulty, prestige. So you can't be too hard on yourself. Mm-hmm. If you went out and did that at Theo Worth, I actually would probably tell you to light your clubs on fire. But
well, just the way the course is designed, if you miss the green, 3 feet to the right at Bluff Creek, for example, you're not going to be in sand at every single hole, right?
Or water.
But every single hole, if you miss the green by just that much, you're in sand, you're in water, you're screwed.
Well, because when we were approaching hole 17 is when I really struggled on 16. I was really pissed at myself. And then I made really good contact on that par 3 on 17, but it literally just missed the green by like a couple feet into the water. I could see it in the water. I'm like, wow, this is fun. But in the end, though, I'm like looking back, I'm like, it was a super fun experience to do with that. I just wish in the end I could have scrapped together a little bit of more holes. But then again, I look back, I'm like, I actually had some good shots on a couple holes, and I had a couple good holes.
But when you're in the moment, you're not thinking of the few good shots you have. You're thinking of the bulk of the bad shots.
Thinking of the first like 5 holes and the last 5 holes.
Yes.
Yeah, but otherwise, it was still a fantastic experience, and I'm looking forward to potentially playing there again.
And I think none of us hit a ball in the water on 18, right? That wasn't for a bit?
No, actually know that, no one hit in the water on 18.
So that's...
Other than a bit.
Props to us.
Yeah, he did it the bit. I threw one in there, but no one lost a ball on 18.
Look at that.
Yeah, so, I mean, we have that going for us. When we see a pro golfer, when we're at the 3M, hit one into the water, we can say,
laughing.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I could be a pro golfer. I feel better. I'm never quitting golf.
Just start insulting them like, scrub.
Yeah.
I watched last year Finau hit one on 18 into that pond, and I'm like, shit, man, my miss is right, and I was right down the fairway. Like, Tony Finau would have preferred my drive on that hole.
Dude, your driver was on last
thing.
Friday, dude. It was on.
It kind of leads into my bit. I have the bingo card bit. This goes beyond the playing at TPC Twin Cities, home of the 3M, but I just love saying, like, oh, I didn't have blah, blah, blah on my bingo card today. Like, for example, on Friday, I didn't have breaking 40 on the front 9 at TPC on my bingo card, along with jumping in the pond on 18. Like, 2 things that would have never have happened if it weren't for the internet and for this crazy opportunity we have to partner with such an awesome golf tournament. So I always love the bingo card bit. Like, another bingo card day I remember was in the old studio. We had that phone with June Lee from ESPN about the Cup Snake. An hour later, Jason and Carly Zucker came in to the studio. We did an interview. And then right after that, we went to Tom's studio and recorded Thick Boy Summer. And I was like, no one would ever have this on their bingo card, these 3 events in one Wednesday. So I always love the bingo card reference when it comes to just the insane life of an internet personality.
Oh, yeah, and that's something that, like, all, 40-plus-year-old dads say, I didn't have this on my bingo card.
Yeah.
I have this on my bingo card today.
Right. So, also, fuck you to everyone who thought I was going to, like, shoot in the hundreds at TPC.
You're taking it personally.
Yeah, played pretty well, shot 82, 39 on the front, missed quite a few birdie putts, got a little hammered on the back 9, 43, but 82 was a good score. I sent out the towels. I had a fun time playing that course. It's actually pretty catered to my game. It's very open. I like to carve the ball. I mean, obviously not open to the point where you can just hit it wherever, but there's not a ton of trees. There's some holes with trees, but for the most part, it's mostly just fescue and rough and water, and I can deal with that. It's just because then I played New Richmond the next day, which I have claimed I will never play another good round at ever again because it's an opposite style course. Shot 87.
You shot worse.
Hit the ball just as good as I did at TPC, and I was like, I'm convinced that this is a harder golf course than TPC. At least for me.
Well, it's kind of like UFC, right? It's the styles of the fighters make the fight, not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, you could have 2 of the top fighters in the world, but if they have bad styles, you're gonna have a boring fight, right? That just goes with you for golfing.
Yeah, and we also, we got to shoot that really awesome promo. We got some other promo stuff going live between now and the tournament. We're gonna be at the Stilly Party Deck the entire tournament, other than the Friday of our own golf tournament. Like, this is kind of prime 3M season, and I'm getting pumped for it because, it's just golf, and that's pretty much all we got to worry about. It's just golf, golf, golf. It's a good time of year. I also have an honorable mention bit, the fucked up feet bit. So my parents saw my feet for the first time, or they looked at my feet in depth. For the first, we were all on the pontoon, right? And like one of my cousins, who is like a foot specialist, or I think her mom is my aunt, was like, "Whoa, what is going on with your toes?" And my mom was like, "Oh my God, like what is wrong with your toes?" And I look at my mom, I'm like, "You made me. This is not my fault." So for just a second, my family is roasting me about the shape of my feet. So
like, wait, I'm not adopted. Like, this comes from you. This is genetics,
right,
or something.
Yeah, if there's anyone to blame, it's those people on the fucking boat.
Yeah. So I got roasted on a pontoon for having fucked up feet this weekend.
Yeah, but see, Jack, it's not all bad things because deformed feet are going crazy on OnlyFans.
Well, I was going to say the opposite. Like, I figured I won't have to worry about random people begging me for feet pictures if I have disgusting feet. I don't have, like, fucked up toenails. I'm not, like, my toenails look very normal, but it's the shape of my toes that just bend every which way, which probably explains why my skates hurt so bad, because they're $20 skates for my goalie skates, and they're meant to fit probably a normal person's feet. I need to get the baked ones for these weird fucking pterodactyl.
I think what you need are goalie skates made in the last 25 years, and
that would help.
Then a nice baking.
Yeah, and then maybe something that bakes around these fucking jagged toes. But my feet got exposed this weekend, and that's why I have the fucked up feet bit. I also got to mention before the commercial break my Loons update. Almost missed it. Missed it. Almost got roasted again, dude. I would have gotten roasted again for it. But Saturday, the Loons had according to the Loons social admin, they had a hard-fought draw against LAFC. They tied 1-1, and LAFC is second on the table. So this is one of those ties, like the World Cup with England, where it's like a good tie.
It's a good tie, okay.
It's a good tie. Loons are now 7-7-8 with that draw, but there's only 14 games left in the season.
Ooh.
So it's go time.
It's crunch time.
If the Loons want to make the they probably don't call a bracket in the playoffs. They probably call it something else.
It's the MLS Cup something. Yeah, I don't know. Right?
Like the quad finals. Like they probably call the first round like the quad finals or the.
I think they. I think they still call it the playoffs in MLS.
Yeah, I know that. Weird. Yeah. What do they?
I wonder if they play Miami, because I think didn't Lionel Messi just make his debut or something?
He did make his debut
in the U.S.
Miami. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think Minnesota plays them.
No, they just kind of like how hockey does it. They have a wild card round, a conference semifinals, conference finals, and then the MLS Cup.
Okay.
They're all single match elimination.
Wow. So it's a little more normal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm gonna watch it.
Yep. No, and the Loons updates will be even juicier when if we make the finals. But I think we're third to last in the table, so it's time. Like I said, it's go time. Ties are good, but we can't accept ties anymore. We got to be a no-tie organization at this point.
We need 3 points. How many points is a win?
I think it's 3.
It's 3, and then a draw is 1.
Draw is 1.
They should make wins in hockey 3 points to make things a little more interesting.
True.
Right.
Only for the Wild though. No other team.
Yep.
Because it's not fair. We're so strapped with the salary. It's not even fair. So we get
a handicap.
Should get at least a 2.5 points per win.
Mm-hmm.
That would ensure that we never make it out of the wild card round ever again.
Yep. We would just keep that. This just ensures we have more round 1 heartbreak.
Yeah, I've always wished the NHL had a bye and that we could get that, because then there'd be no way we could lose in the first round. But that's what the Leafs would gun for too. So
yeah, I mean, they should do something like winning the first in your conference should mean something in hockey, and it really doesn't. All the time, number 1 seeds are losing to number 8 seeds.
It's
right?
it's like, oh great, you get to play a really scrappy wild card number 2 team that'll probably end up beating you in 7 games.
Exactly.
They should give them like a 1-0 advantage into the series. Just give them a win.
Ooh,
dude,
true.
I like that.
That would be crazy.
That's what the FedEx Cup does.
Yeah, with stroke.
If you finish first over the season, then you start the first tournament like -10 in the playoffs.
Yep. That's actually, it would make the regular season actually mean something.
Yeah, you like, oh wow, I can get 2-win advantage into the first round. That'd be sick.
I mean, the Wild have had over 100 points in the regular season, the past, 3 years?
Yeah.
And, it doesn't mean shit, and it never has given us an advantage. So
it's like, that's why they should just go back to the 1 through 8 in conferences, because, it doesn't matter. It's just you should finish top 8, make the playoffs, and just see what happens. I know home ice advantage means something, but in the last 20 years or so, I mean, it hasn't really meant a lot. So
the NHL should have a play-in tournament.
Yeah. Or they should do a mid-season tournament like the NBA is doing.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, God,
the NBA mid-season tournament. What is there an advantage for them to
win? It's basically like a live golf event.
Right, so
what's the point?
Well, it's like the NBA. It's like the NBA trying to be more like European soccer, because there's always cups you can win in the middle of the season. However,
but they
a
mean
lot of those
something.
cups have history and tradition, where now they're just trying to pull it out of their ass and no one really cares.
Yeah, it's like the Champions League. It actually is the Champions League.
Remember when we were so confused about the MLS Cup, like back in the fall?
MLS Cup. The MLS is back tournament.
Yeah. Well, that was during COVID.
Yeah, it was during COVID.
There was another tournament that we were talking about a few months ago on this show, and we were like, "What fucking tournament is right now?" Might have been a mid-season tournament.
Yeah, it probably does. The MLS have a mid-season tournament? It wouldn't surprise me.
They probably do.
Well, I think they initiated that during the MLS's Cup tournament playoff or whatever, and I think they continued it. Is what they've done, and I think the winner of that gets like nothing. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think the winner of that gets
they get a high five.
Well, that was like I saw the NBA dedicated, or not the NBA, ESPN dedicated like 2 minutes or 5 minutes talking about this new NBA in-season tournament. I'm like, what's the real purpose of this?
Well, I think the players get like monetary incentives to win it, right? I think they all
That's
get
what I'm saying.
bonuses,
It's
but that's about it.
It's like a live golf event. There's not really a point. It's just for money and ratings.
Like, here's the thing. Let's say the NHL does do a mid-season cup type tournament, right? Like, if the Wild won it, it's like if you start bragging about it, the first thing anyone will say is 0 cups. So that's not going to matter really in the scheme of
we
things.
won 1 mid-season cup.
Do what they do in the NHL video games and do like a 3-on-3 thing and like make the mascots play.
Just make it a complete circus. Yeah, because that's what at this point it is a circus.
It is basically a circus.
Or through CGI or some sort of AI, we can put the players out with big heads like they used to do in the old NHL games as well. Somehow do that.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
A lot of great ideas here coming from the Loons update. But let's take a quick commercial break and get to our interview with WWE Superstar Xavier Woods.
Everyone, are you getting hyped for Viking season? Well, it's just right around the corner. And to celebrate the almost start of Viking season today, you can get the new Vikings Gritty hat. Just go to our store at 10ktakesmn.com. Go to the store tab, and you'll see the new Vikings Gritty hat that we designed. And it's partnering with Northern Lids. They make good hats. They've made the 97 Krill hat in the past, but now they're going Vikings, and we partner with them on this. So there's only limited supply of them, so buy it now while they last. And also, I think it's going to be next Friday. We're going to be dropping our new Vikings line of merchandise for the season, so do not miss that. So 10ktakesmn.com, you'll see the shop tab and get your Vikings Gritty and any other 10K merch as you see fit today.
And as a little nugget there, that hat, that limited supply of hat with the Gritty logo, you may see that Gritty logo on other things. We'll just say that.
Yeah, just look for that Vikings drop next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be in the Eau Claire area around August 5th, you should hang out with us, the 10K Takes guys, as we go and watch the Eau Claire Express play some baseball. We're going to be up in, I think they call it the Party Zone or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be a blast, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be August 5th. Go to our socials to get more information on that.
All right, folks, welcome back to It's a Bit. We're joined by a very special guest. We got Xavier Woods. He's a WWE superstar. And actually, the WWE will be here in Minneapolis on Monday, August 7th at the Target Center for Raw. Tickets are starting as low as $20, and we will be there. So, pretty much if we're going to be there, it's going to be a good sporting event. But, Xavier, we're pumped to have you here, man. How excited are you to be in Minneapolis in a couple weeks here?
Ready. I love Minneapolis. Whenever I'm there, we have a great time. After the shows, I'm sure you guys know this spot. I always hit a spot called Up Down.
Yep.
It's my favorite place in town. I love it there. I got some really good friends there. But most of all, the energy that the crowd brings is always wild. And so there's certain towns that lots of us love to go to because we know the energy is just going to be there for us. And this is one of those towns. And so if you haven't ever been to a show and you're listening to this, I highly recommend you go. One, because I know you're not doing anything on Monday. Right. I already know that. And two, if you watched wrestling but never been to a live show, it's completely different when you were there live and you're in it. It's amazing.
Yeah, what's a better way to recover from the Monday blues or try to resolve them by going to a Raw event and seeing people throw down each other? I think that'd be fantastic.
Exactly. I have a friend from high school who is she's in ballet. And her husband dances as well. And I'd always try to get them to come to shows, and they say, "Oh, we don't think that it's for us. We're a different type of on stage performance. That's our thing." I said, you just have to come to a show, then you'll understand. And so they came out, and then afterwards they both came up to me and they're like, "This is the most amazing thing. We get it now. It's Shakespeare in the Round. It's the last form of it. It's the largest traveling show on the planet. We have one take to go out there and try to entertain a live audience of people and a live audience at home. And there's just literally, there's nothing like it on the planet. It's a live action anime, live action Marvel movie. And so, I don't know. I just love it. I'm going to gush about wrestling as long as you let me.
I would argue that you guys are similar to ballet or dancers because you have to have the footwork. I mean, the way you guys run around the ring and, it legs feed the wolves, it all starts at the bottom. So, similarly to dancing, what you guys do is certainly a form of art, in my opinion. I mean, to have the athletic ability to jump off the top rope and not completely injure yourself is impressive to me.
Yeah, man. And that's what I think people are starting to understand a lot more about professional wrestling, especially as we're branching out into other forms of entertainment. And you realize you might see a movie and there's a fight scene and you film it 15, 20 times and they take the best cuts of each of those takes and they put them together. Then 3 months later, you have your one fight scene. It's like, Well, we go out 4 or 5 nights a week, and we full improv with our bodies, with the physical aspect, full improv on the microphone. And so it's a certain form of art that I fell in love with very young because of the performance aspect and the extremely athletic aspect of it. Because as much of a performance that you get from it, if you are not a full time hardcore athlete, you will not survive. There's no way. There's no off season. This is 52 weeks a year. This is multiple countries every year, and it is a haul. But that's one of the things that I love about it. And I think that's one of the things that fans really appreciate about it is all the hard work that goes into it.
Well, yeah, speaking of like the aesthetic of professional wrestling, particularly for the WWE, I mean, what do you say to all the critics who say, "Oh, wrestling's fake," or "It's bullshit," or blah blah blah? I mean, what do you say to those people?
My first question is always, what's your favorite TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Some people say Game of Thrones. My reply is, do you think that those dragons are real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you still
But you watch
it?
that, so it's an interesting phrase that people say sometimes. But everyone's got their own opinion, and feel free to enjoy what you want to enjoy. But I think that the world speaks for itself, because at WrestleMania we have people coming in from over 120 different countries. It's bigger than the Super Bowl. It's bigger than the World Series. It's one of the biggest sporting events of the year, every year. And like I said, with no off season. So my rebuttal is usually, you like what you like, but there's no reason to rain on our parade, because we're having fun with a lot more people than are downing it. So then they usually become believers. It's always met with positive energy. You never meet negative energy with negative energy, because that doesn't fix anything.
Well, and when we went to that pay-per-view event I think it was last year, I didn't really know. That had been like one of the first times, I think, to my memory, that I had been to a wrestling event. And I walked in there not really knowing what to expect, and I walked out and I could not stop talking about how much fun I had. I literally was saying that is more fun than anything I've been to in a long time. Like, everyone's just there having a good time. You really do feel the energy that's coming off the ring, especially when like there's a lot of back and forth in a good match. And it's just, yeah, you can't even describe how awesome it is. But the question I wanted to ask you is, Raw is famous for the saying "Raw is war." Where did that come from? And would you agree that Raw is war?
I would definitely agree that Raw is war. But like you guys, I was younger when they kicked that off. So
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. I just assumed somebody saw the word Raw and they're like, this is what we call the show. And they go, oh, backwards, this is war. And it's like, this is catchy.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
back
Yeah.
and forth. What's the
And they're
word for
both-
that? It's
Not on Tron.
Not anagram?
yeah.
Anonym?
It has the word gram in it.
Yeah,
but
it does,
anyways,
something
yeah,
like that.
Raw war makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, some good marketing. There we go.
Yeah.
But it definitely is war, because professional wrestling is one of the only jobs where once you enter the arena, assault is just legal. How many times
Yeah.
have you seen somebody entering the building and then they get jumped by 3 people? And it's like, oh, rather than calling the police, I'm going to fight you on Friday, Like, it's madness once you walk in the door.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can just walk out there and get absolutely jumped. I didn't
Yeah.
even think of that.
For no reason. So you got to have your guard up. That's why I'm in a group. I'm in a group called the New Day with Kofi Kingston and Big E. And some people are like, you gotta be a solo act and do all these things and be selfish and step onto people's toes. I'm like, bro, there's like 300 people here. I can't watch my back against all those people. And so we at least have a trio of people to keep us safe.
Yeah, you always got to watch your back.
Exactly. Well, I was going to say it's taking like the school ground fight to a whole new level. Like, I'm going to meet you in the playground at 5, except you're not going to get in trouble by anybody. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's why we all got into it. There's a little bit more freedom with that.
Yeah. You got in trouble as a kid, but you're like, I'm going to do this professionally. What do you mean? Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah. Bro,
but-
and you get to go around the world. I've been able to go to so many countries and have so many different experiences that I have no clue if I would have ever gotten to have otherwise. But I'm also very lucky I was able to, get my master's degree while I was doing this as well. And so it's been really cool to see the evolution of wrestling from what it was in like the 80s, 90s to what it's become today, with so many, such a diverse crew of people from so many different walks of life and so many different countries. It's like really a melting pot when you look in our locker room. There's people from all over the place. It's awesome.
Well, you mentioned your master's degree. I saw that you have a master's degree in psychology, I believe. So
Yes.
I got to ask, are you like some super mature psychologist by day helping people through their problems, and then you're just stomping on people's throats by night?
If you take out the super mature part, then a little bit of that.
Okay.
No, so I have the degrees. I don't currently have a job where I'm using it forward facing, but I think that it's used very much in wrestling because you got to understand how people think, how people work, and then especially your opponents. You got to be able to play mind games. So you got to be able to dig in deep, get them mad, because once you're mad, you can't focus. Once you can't focus, then I beat you. So it's a very much a synergistic circle that psychology and wrestling have.
Yeah, and Xavier, I've seen that you're a tag team champion with Raw. I guess the question for me is, how different from like single match is tag team? Is it harder? Is it easier? Do you like one more than the other?
So I've always loved tag team wrestling ever since I was a kid. I've always gravitated towards when there's more chess pieces on the board, you can tell a more intricate story. You get more things to work with, more paint swatches to use in the house. And so I've loved tag team wrestling. I think that tag team wrestling, to be a good and legitimate tag team, is much harder than being a singles wrestler, because as a singles wrestler, you only have to worry about yourself and one other person, your opponent, obviously. But in tag team wrestling, you have to not only be worried about yourself, but you have to understand and fully understand your partner, and you have to know what they're going to do before they even do it, so that way you guys don't have any flubs in the ring, that way you guys, the stuff is smooth, that's way you guys have good chemistry. But then you have to be worried about your not one but two opponents. And so I think that it's a lot harder because there are so many more things in play, and you can get blindsided, you can get double team. There's so many things that can happen to you in a tag team match. But we have been very lucky, we being the New Day, being successful. It'll be like our 10-year anniversary next year, and we're one of the few groups in wrestling that has not turned on each other and gotten mad at each other. We are legitimately brothers. Those are my two best friends, and we've had a hell of a time doing it.
Yeah, and I always think tag team is personally more fun to watch because, like you said, like there's more chess pieces. But I love when a guy gets stomped in the beginning of the match and he's down, and you think he's out for the match, and right when someone on the other team is pinning someone on your team, he comes out of nowhere and like throws a flying elbow or something and keeps the match alive. Like I feel like there's so much more of the surprise aspect that comes with a tag team match, just because there are some people who aren't in frame and you're like, what the hell is that guy doing? Where is he?
Yeah.
And he's going under the ring and getting a chair or something.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. So there's like that surprise element that can just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. A lot of clips I've seen growing up, and to this day, like the antics and the surprises of the tag team matches are just incredible. Yeah. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, man. Nothing against singles wrestling. I'm just so biased because I'm part of a tag team, and there's a different level of excitement that goes into winning a match when you've got one of your best friends in the world next to you doing it as well. It's that shared moment. And I think that's what sports really is. It's those shared moments, because even in amateur wrestling, let's say you'd say an individual sport, you have your coach, you have your teammates you've trained with. So there's that shared moment of victory when you finally reach the top of the mountain. No one in reality does this alone.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, I think it's awesome. I do want to ask though, does Jake or Logan Paul, do they stand a chance in the ring against you?
Against me? No, definitely not.
Okay.
Against some of the other people on the roster, they put up some good shows, but they come to me, and it's no offense, not a bad thing.
I know. You're being honest.
This is just it's a different skill set, and they're very good. I would say that Logan has been crushing it, doing a great job out there. They were just in the big Money in the Bank match, and it's always awesome to see people come in who are not necessarily from wrestling and give like the proper respect to wrestling. Like we had Bad Bunny doing some stuff with us recently, and he's a huge wrestling fan. So even during the pandemic, we still had our show that we were running out of the arena in Orlando, Amway, and he would come down and I'd see him training in the back, just like, oh, that's Bad Bunny, and he's learning how to do this so that he can be ready for when it's his turn to go. So as long as people are giving the right amount of respect to what we do, I think that they'll be successful when they're coming in from an outside source, whether it's music, YouTube, movies, podcasting, anything.
Is there ever a move you've attempted that has scared the shit out of you? Like right before you did it, is there one particular one you can remember that was like the most terrifying? Or
yeah, so this is pretty scary. So I was on the top rope and I was gonna elbow drop somebody who was on the floor.
Oh yeah.
And so obviously the floor is much harder than the ring. And so knowing that I've got to like pass by the ring where I usually land and then hit the ground, it's pretty terrifying. But then probably even scarier than that, definitely even scarier than that, I got power bombed on a set of steel steps one time. That was horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
A little bit of back pain. Like some people bitch about back pain from when they wake up, and you've just been power bombed on a set of steel steps.
It's that, and the last one I'll say is I was in a Hell in a Cell match. It was me and my partner Big E against the Usos, another incredible tag team. At one point I got handcuffed and strung up over the outside post of the ring, so I'm kind of hanging by my wrist, and they beat me in the ribs with kendo sticks.
Oh God,
pretty terrible.
That's fucking awful.
It's pretty terrible, yeah.
Yeah. So we only got a couple minutes left for you. This has been a blast, but an iconic thing that we do here on It's a Bit is the rapid fire. I'm just gonna ask you 10 quick questions and just answer them as fast as you can.
Let's go.
All right. First one. Favorite wrestler growing up?
Too Cold Scorpio.
If you owned a boat, what would you call it?
Love Lost.
Oh, okay. You're on a deserted island for the rest of your life, and you have one movie of choice to watch. What is it?
White Chicks.
White Chicks is a good one. I haven't heard that answer. I haven't heard of that movie in a long time, but shit, man, I was dying.
My favorite movie. Yeah,
it's so funny. God, I'm going to have to watch that again. Do you consider a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
If you were given an all-expenses-paid trip to North Dakota, would you take it?
Yes.
Do you guys wrestle up there?
We do.
You do? Like Grand Forks, Fargo?
Bro,
Yeah.
all over it.
Yeah.
That's when I get lost because I don't know geography in the middle.
Yeah.
In there. I get it all lost.
It's just a lot of flat land, a lot of snow, but yeah, it's a good place. Name a first world problem bugging you at the moment.
When my internet goes out.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
If your laptop could speak, what would it say?
I got you.
True, that's a good one. What's your least favorite fast food place?
Ooh. Captain D's.
Where the hell is that? I don't think
there was some in Georgia. I don't know if they're still around. It was a fast food seafood place.
Oh, so it's kind of like Long John Silver's.
Yeah, and it's nothing against them. I'm just not a seafood guy. So
yeah, dude, I'm not either. I've always been amazed that they were able to do seafood as fast food. It's kind of crazy to me, but
wild.
Yeah, if you could wear
seafood's got to be fresh, right?
Right. I think I know the answer to this, but I'm curious to hear what you say. If you could wear one color the rest of your life, what is it?
Ooh, probably purple.
Okay, because I know you're a big pink guy. Is that at least what you wear in the ring? Is it pink or is it pink?
There's a lot of pink in the New Day aesthetic. Yeah. So this is a New Day gaming chair.
Okay.
So it's very like light blues, pinks. It's like, you remember Lisa Frank?
Yeah.
Kind of like Lisa Frank threw up on us.
Yeah, nice.
But I'd say my favorite colors are probably orange and like a deep royal purple.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good combo. I'm trying to think of I can think of some sports teams that have that color. Final one. If you were an ump, give us your strike 3 call.
Strike 3. You're out.
You're a true performer. That was perfect. I loved it, man. Well,
one day maybe.
This has been a blast, Xavier. We are super pumped to have you on the show, and we're really looking forward to seeing you fight in Raw on Monday, August 7th, man.
Appreciate it, man. Well, be good to see you guys there.
Yeah. Like you said, we'll get some sweat on us if we're some souvenir sweat if we're lucky.
There we go.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you taking the time, and yeah, we're looking forward to watching you.
Of course. Thank you, man. Have a good one.
It is the last call for the 10K Invitational for the 2023 tournament. We need sponsors, folks. We only have a few sponsorship spots left, but we want to fill them up. So go to the 10ktakesmn.com, hover over the events tab, click the 10K Invitational. There's a link to sponsor right there. We're also accepting raffle donations. So if you or your business or organization wants to donate any items for the raffle, it all goes to a great cause. Give 16 Jason and Carly Zucker's foundation that benefits the University of Masonic Children's Hospital. Once again, go to our website, DM us on socials if you want to support us from your business standpoint. The tournament is full, unfortunately, but we encourage you guys to look out for next year's tournament if you didn't get in this year to golf. But if your business or organization still wants to help out the event, go to the website, hover over the events tab, click the sponsorship link, or DM us to get in on the action. All right, folks, welcome back to It's a Bit. It was an awesome interview with Xavier, the first WWE Superstar we've had on the show. So another milestone reached, fellas.
I love it.
Round of applause.
Round of applause.
And we're big wrestling stands now that we're involved with the WWE. We're partnering on some giveaways. They're going to hook us up with some awesome seats, as we mentioned. We're all in on Raw. Raw is war.
Yeah, Raw is war, and in honor of WWE Raw, we're all going to be going Raw every time. Never mind.
We're going to go Raw
Well,
for
first
Sky
you
Ma.
have to actually get laid to go Raw. So
Raw,
I'm already good.
Raw, victory.
All right, hand it off to you, Wags. We're doing 10 questions because producer Cam is still not
He's
here.
being a bitch.
Cam's stuck at work.
He doesn't want to address his cop of fuel.
No, if he can't defend his actions in the first segment stories, and now he's not going to be able to participate. Normally the game's called 15 questions because you got 3 participants in 5 rounds. We're going to just kind of alter a little bit to 10 questions, 2 participants, 5 rounds still. You guys know the rules. It's a head-to-head versions of 20 questions. No guessing in the first round, and if you guys happen to be tied after all of 5 rounds, then we go to a 60-second overtime, a rapid-fire round. You guys know the rules. Jack is actually the only victor in this game 2 times. No one else has ever won since we started keeping score of the records.
I am the Detroit Lions of this game so far because I do incredibly well in the preseason.
And then all of a sudden, it falls apart in the regular
season. The preseason was like 2 years.
Yeah, the preseason was a long 2 years.
You had to work out the kinks, you know?
I did. No, I show up when it matters.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Preseason doesn't matter. Jack's 2-0, and JJ is trying to get his first W. Cam is still going to be winless, so that's hilarious.
He's going. This is 0-3.
He WD'd today.
Yeah, he's
true. And the funny thing is, I think you guys all did pretty good, except for actually Jack. You never did too good in the preseason, but Cam actually won like half the time, and I felt like Jake won like the other half of the time.
I think it's because it started so heavily in sports.
Yep,
and then you were like, well, I should throw in TV shows, and he was just fucked.
Oh yeah,
he's like, I have no idea.
Spoiler alert: there's a TV show today, so
okay.
Dive on in here. Let's do it.
So wait, really quick, how is it? So is it going to be each of us have to ask a question, then we guess away?
Yeah. So same exact, except only 2 people instead of 3, right?
Yeah.
I have a solution for Cam's absence. Zane, why don't you play as well?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Can I put my money on the winner? Can I put my money on the winner?
Listen, all right.
Okay, fellas. We'll let Jack, since he's 2-0, we'll let him go first, man. Good for you. The topic is food.
Food. Is this a meal?
Sure. Yeah.
Is this a dinner item?
It's not a dinner item.
Okay.
Is this a breakfast item?
It is a breakfast item.
Oh, Eggs Benedict.
It's not Eggs Benedict.
Oh. Does it come from a fast food restaurant? Or do they sell it at a fast food restaurant?
I don't think they do.
Okay.
You folks want... Nope, can't say that. That was going to be a guess. It was going to be a bit.
All right. Is this... damn it.
You got to guess, Jake.
I know I do. This sucks.
You've established that it's a breakfast item. Let's go.
So it's just a breakfast
and
item.
it's not at common fast food restaurants. You got 5 seconds.
All right. Is it popular?
Yes, it's extremely popular, especially here in America. I'm not sure about other places.
Is it pancakes?
It's not pancakes.
That's a good guess.
They serve those at fast food places.
Yes,
they do. Technically, is it waffles?
It's not waffles, though.
I haven't seen a lot of waffles at fast food.
Is it country fried steak?
It's not. No.
Is that even a breakfast thing?
Kind of.
Oh, steak and eggs is what I meant to say.
country fried steak. I mean,
just think about what you guys had to eat growing up for breakfast.
Cereal.
So it is a type of cereal. Yes. We've established that.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
And since Cam's not here, we have less like guesses, so we're gonna do 7 rounds instead of 5, just so you guys have a little.
Right.
Yeah. So Jack, you're up. It's a cereal we've established.
Is it Cookie Crisp?
It's not Cookie. What a guess,
Cookie
dude.
Crisp.
Fucking loved Cookie Crisp.
That's very good. Is it Captain Crunch?
It's not Captain Crunch.
Is it Frosted Flakes?
It's Frosted Flakes. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, it's right here too. That's hilarious.
Xavier Woods actually asked about that. I think that was before we started recording, but he goes, we were like, yeah, we got a ton of cool decorations. He goes, oh, I don't think Frosted Flakes is that cool. We go, no, it's like a World Series thing. He's like, oh god, he thought we just stuck an empty box of cereal there. Fucking hilarious.
Kirk Cousins cinnamon snaps.
Oh,
true. That box
that would
is
have been
still
great.
there.
Yeah, should have done
fantastic.
that.
I don't think either of us would have guessed that because
it's so obscure.
And it's like it was so many years ago. It was 2020.
Well, do you remember the name of Thielen's cereal? Adam Thielen's Triangles or Touchdown Triangles or something like that.
Because Josh Allen's were touchdown squares. It's like, can we really fucking do anything better than that?
Let's get creative.
Let's stop just with player cereals.
Just make you could make like chocolatey cereal, almost like a Cookie Crisp that's the shape of a football.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too hard to like.
An NFL sponsored cereal.
That'd be dope.
That would.
The kids would
actually.
eat it, or like baseball flavored cereal. But then again, you don't want to encourage people to eat baseballs. So I don't know.
NFL has its own cereal, and the cereal is shape of a football.
Yep.
It's like Cookie Crisp.
And that's what Rob Lowe eats like every single morning.
Yep.
'Cause he's,
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
he
What
wore
are you
the
talking
he wore the
about?
NFL hat.
And the person on the box is just Roger Goodell.
True. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Too bad Cam's not here because I feel like he'd nail this one. The topic is going to be so Madden just released their top 10 wide receivers in the rankings.
Oh, shoot.
This person was tied for the 9th highest overall as a wide receiver. Jake, you can start.
All right. Is this guy in the NFC?
Yes.
NFC. Which division is this guy in?
He is in the NFC South.
NFC South. Is it Drake London?
It's not.
What?
Good guess. Of Miami.
Oh yeah. Well, wait, isn't
No, that was Atlanta, right? Drake London?
Yeah, I think he's Atlanta.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know why
Miami
I
is
was
NFC
Yeah.
or AFC East.
They're NFC, but they might not be South. I was just thinking,
the
no.
Dolphins.
No, I think Drake London's on Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
no, I thought you were talking about the Dolphins. Okay, so I know it's not Michael Thomas because he basically doesn't even play anymore. Who else is in the NFC South? Shit. This is not good. Is it Pickens? Pitts?
It's not Pitts, no.
Kyle Pitts?
No, it's not Kyle. He's a tight end, technically.
I'm bad with this division. I just realized I don't know any player. I
who's
don't,
NFC South teams?
They're,
I'm trying to
they're
think.
that dog shit division.
You
that,
could. One of your questions could literally ask what team he plays
Yeah,
for.
that must be fucked,
That's
though.
gonna give it away.
That'd be a layup to Jackson. Is it
Division is so bad. I don't know.
It was bad last year.
It's been bad for pretty much since Cam Newton left. Wait.
Is it Chris Godwin?
It's not.
They're not NFC. They're AFC, right?
What team?
Bucks?
Bucks.
They're
They're
NFC.
they're NFC South.
Okay.
NFC South. Is it Mike Evans?
It's Mike
Damn it,
Evans.
see?
Jake, you fumbled that, dude.
You did.
You had the team and everything.
Chris Godwin.
You're
I
just
was
the wrong
thinking of-
receiver.
I couldn't even, dude. This is sad. I was trying to think of the 4 teams in the division. I thought Carolina, Atlanta, New Orleans.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the 4th.
True. Yeah, dude, I was actually when I made this today, I was just thinking, I was like, oh, God, I'd ask for the division, and then I would be lost right there. So I would have been in the same
shit.
situation you guys would
Yeah,
have been.
Chris Godwin. I literally had Mike Evans in my head. And Chris Godwin.
2-0 suck it,
I did a coin flip in my head. I could easily said Mike Evans.
Let's just say if there was in-game live betting, Jack's odds have just shot.
Yeah, I know.
Minus
through the roof.
5,000.
Okay, we're going to go birthday on the day this podcast is released, which is July 19th. Today when we're recording it, which is the 18th, it's actually Tori Hunter's birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tori.
To our GOAT. But anyways,
Our Golden Glover.
Who's so we're doing someone's birthday on July 19th. Who do you guys think that is? Jake, are you first this time or is it Jack? I think it's Jack.
I
think
think
it's Jack.
I have to guess first.
Yep.
As an athlete.
It is an athlete.
Athlete. Is this athlete retired?
No, he's still competing.
What sport?
UFC, mixed martial arts, whatever you
Oh,
want to
no.
call it. I'm not going to be choosing fucking different
Yeah, I
ones
know,
for you guys.
I know.
But
Is it Israel Adesanya?
it's not. What a guess.
Damn it.
Is it Conor McGregor?
It's not Connor.
I swear to God, if it was Conor McGregor. It is Oliveira.
No, I like olive
Olive
oil.
oil?
though.
Olive oil. I don't remember his first name, so I can tell you.
Is it Dustin Poirier?
It's not DP.
Is it Justin Gaethje?
It's not Justin Gaethje.
Is it Sugar Sean O'Malley?
It's not Sugar Sean O'Malley.
I would have seen the Nelk boys partying with him if it was his birthday.
Oh, 100%.
Dude, I'm running out of names, dude.
You guys you're missing a bunch of the best in the sport. I mean, come on. This is. You can ask a question maybe to get you there. I don't know.
Lawler.
No, it's not Robbie Lawler. He's a beast though.
Is it Colby Covington?
It's not Colby Covington. Let me just say, you guys probably won't even know about this, but he is beefed with Covington a lot. They apparently used to be roommates in college.
You got to at least be impressed that we've been able to collectively name this many.
No, I
between the
actually
two of
am.
us.
You've named. There's been names thrown out by you guys that I didn't even know you knew existed. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I shouldn't go more niche because I can.
no, it's not. It's not niche. It's again, I would only choose the ones that I think like a common person should. If you barely watch UFC, you should
Okay.
know. I mean, that's what I would do.
Wait,
but
did you say Dustin Poirier?
you did, yes.
I did.
Oh, okay, shit.
Dustin, Connor, Sugar Sean.
See, I could give a hint, but like I don't want like I just feel like I wouldn't want to screw over whose turn it
Yeah,
isn't
'cause
by
it's
giving
my
too
turn.
big of a
Yeah,
hint.
don't do it yet.
Don't do that yet.
I don't know if Jake can name another UFC fighter though.
I mean, did you want to pass and just Jake or what?
It's bad. This is bad air. People are sitting there driving to work, hating their lives.
Cormier.
It's not Cormier. Remember, I said he's still competing. Cormier's
Oh,
retired.
yeah, you're
and
right.
Michael Chandler.
Not Michael Chandler.
Dude, I don't know.
I think I'm out of names now.
I think I might be out of names as well.
Okay, Jake gets one more guess. We'll go to the rapid fire, and I'll give you the hint before the rapid fire, so you both have an equal chance of guessing if Jake doesn't get it here.
Okay.
Cowboy.
It's not Cowboy,
already-
but good try.
Oh, that's a different guy. All right, fire off. the
Okay,
hint.
so I'm gonna put 60 seconds on. My hint for you fellas here.
Wait, do we have to say our name first?
Yeah, no, you can either either guess the question or just have the answer when I click start. That's fine. Hint I'm gonna give you is that he has two brothers who played in the NFL. 3, 2,
Brock Lesnar.
go. Nope.
Paddington.
Nope.
Two brothers in the NFL. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Watt.
Nope. I'll give you another hint. He's
Is there a
literally
Watt NFC?
he's fighting for the heavyweight title in a few months.
Oh, how sad is this? We have no idea.
Like the biggest title in the sport.
Yep, we probably have no clue. We're such fucking casuals.
When I say the name, you guys will be like, "Oh,
He already guessed Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, I did. Oliveira.
Oliveira.
I feel like there's one more I'm missing, and it's gonna be the guy.
they call him the MMA GOAT, boys."
Oh, is he
Khabib
Nope.
the heavyweight guy?
Oh, you're thinking of Ngannou? No, you're not. It's not
Okay,
Ngannou.
okay.
Oh, Nagano, dude.
Yeah, 16 seconds. This might be the first ever draw, boys.
Is it Funky Ben Askren?
It's not Funky Ben.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
He was the youngest, youngest UFC champion in UFC history.
Oh, see, that doesn't help.
I don't know.
He says Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Yes.
Is it one of the Diaz, their boxers?
It's not. Good try.
Nate Diaz.
Have you guys ever heard of someone named John Jones?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Damn it.
Have you heard of Chandler and Arthur Jones, NFL players?
That I didn't know.
Okay,
No.
I didn't know
okay.
that.
But I do know
John
Jones.
Jones.
and
We should have said that.
And I've
Yeah,
heard
we should've
people
said
say
that.
he's the GOAT.
Damn
Yes,
it.
yep.
Yeah.
So
John
that's a
Jones.
tie.
Damn it.
That's fine. We have 3 more rounds left. Jake is going to need to win all 3 to win, or take 2 of them. No, actually, yeah. No, Jake, you're going to need all 3, right? Yeah.
Take all 3.
Yeah.
And he needs to win the rock, paper, scissors, rubber match.
Yep.
Yes, he does.
Yep. The rubber title.
Okay, this the topic is TV show. Jake gets to guess first this time.
Is this show still on?
No.
Can you tell me what channel it was on?
It was on Fox growing up.
Okay.
Fox growing up. Is it Malcolm in the Middle?
Holy shit! I shouldn't have said growing up.
Yep.
It is Malcolm in the Middle.
Damn,
Great job,
my guess
Jake.
was going to
Yes,
be Prison
no,
Break.
maybe. I don't know.
Dude, I've been diving back into that show again. It's
I have
it's
too, actually, recently.
It's
Did
really
you guys-
good.
It's an amazing show.
Did you guys see the Family Guy bit? So that show, I remember watching it growing up. Wasn't their mom like kind of a bitch, but she was like protective of them, and all the boys were always in trouble? Or
Yeah,
is it-
yeah, no, that's
Essentially.
right. Yeah, she was crazy. Yeah, she was crazy.
She was
the
kind of
kids were
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
And I remember
But she was
like
just protective.
Family Guy did something where like her head exploded, and then like the husband gets up, he's like, "Boys, we're free.
We're finally
Yeah.
free.
We're finally free." That's like
They
the-
hug each other.
Yeah.
They walk off into
Yeah.
the sunset. Oh,
that's
hilarious.
the only thing I
No.
could think. But I remember watching that show growing up.
It's a fucking hilarious show.
I wouldn't have guessed that. So
Yeah.
Okay, well that was the one that Cam wouldn't have had a chance in.
Look, I have no idea what the fuck that is.
This would have been one that he did have a chance in. The topic is going to be NBA.
Uh-oh. Yep, I got it.
we're
Jack.
talking basketball.
Ball. Jack Levy is first.
All right, is this a team?
It is a team.
It is a team.
Jake,
Uh-oh.
ask where they're from. You should ask that question.
Yeah. What city? No. What conference are they in?
They are in the Eastern Conference.
All right, we have too much pride. We're just gonna start guessing here. Eastern Conference. We're talking about the Brooklyn Nets.
We're not.
Oh, shit.
Just throw out the first guess.
Eastern Conference, we're talking about the...
Jake can name about 8 teams in the Eastern Conference.
know, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think it's like they're going to be popular locations where other sports teams are most likely, right? It's not going to be like Charlottesville or some dumb shit you've never heard of.
Right.
We're talking about the Boston Celtics.
We're not talking about.
Oh,
Boston
shit.
Celtics.
The Miami Heat.
We're not talking.
Hashtag
about the
Heat
Miami
culture.
We're talking about the old Milwaukee Bucks.
Heat. No.
Oh,
Not the Milwaukee Bucks. The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Nope.
shit. We're talking the Atlanta Hawks.
No, we're not.
Damn it! The point of this game is to be like ask questions.
Oh yeah,
we're
this
so
is
scared to
super
do it.
unentertaining.
This is unethical.
The New York Knicks.
No.
Damn it! Oh, I don't know why I said damn it because I thought that was gonna.
You want to ask what division they're in? I'm not sure
Jake,
if that'll
knows,
help you.
Jake knows about two more teams. I got him cornered.
No, I got the Orlando Magic.
No.
Damn
The
it!
Philadelphia 76ers. Wait, we have not asked a crucial question yet. I'll let you go though. Why do you start saying no?
He's just crazy. Come on, Jay.
You're a
The
maniac.
Charlotte Hornets.
Oh,
He already said he's not gonna pick
Oh,
them.
Charlottesville. You said Charlottesville.
I made up some random name. Yeah.
Oh.
Is this a team that still exists?
Yes, they still exist.
Okay.
Oh,
So you never
okay.
You never know.
You never know. We're talking the Memphis Grizzlies.
We're not talking
Damn
the
it.
Memphis Grizzlies. We'll give you guys each one more guess, and we can go to the 60 seconds.
Shit. I'm starting to run out of teams.
Oh.
Okay, let's go to 60 seconds right now. How about that?
Let's just do it.
Let's do it right now.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Indiana Pacers.
No.
Oh, I was confident in that one.
Oh, I forgot we're just guessing.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
No, that's West.
Eastern Conference.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, yes.
Which division?
Central Division.
Central Division. Oh man, I've already guessed a few of them.
Me too.
This is just two guys who don't watch basketball.
Yeah, I know.
Clearly.
I mean, I would know more Western. because
Just
of the
name
Wolves.
hockey teams that are on the East. Just name the fucking city, state, whatever. At this point.
That's what I'm kind of trying to do. There's a blockade going on in my brain right now.
An enigma.
Oh boy, this is bad.
This is brutal. I'm out. I might be out, dude.
he might be.
Are you guys kidding me?
He might be
You
quitting.
guessed like 2 teams in this round.
guessed- like seven.
Dallas
No, just-
Mavericks.
No.
or West.
Are they?
Yeah.
Shit.
You've already guessed the Atlanta Hawks.
New Orleans Pelicans.
The Toronto Raptors. Are they East even?
I thought it was New Orleans
You get to
Pelicans.
the minutes up. We
York
tied
Knicks.
again somehow, which is crazy.
So I win.
No, because
No,
we have one more question after
Who
this.
was the team?
It was the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, we missed
wait,
one team.
Didn't I guess them?
You didn't
No.
guess Detroit.
No, I
Fuck
didn't hear
my
Detroit.
mouth,
No,
dude.
yeah.
I swear to
No.
I definitely thought that was the first team I guessed. I must have been wrong because I was gonna say Detroit Pistons again.
Your
and then
first
I'm
team
like,
was Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. They both have basketballs in their logo, which
Yeah.
isn't saying much.
Toronto Raptors, kind of. Yeah.
So you know what's crazy actually with 2 ties? If Jake wins, it's actually going to be a tie, and then we do a rock paper scissors season to
The
win.
rock paper scissors.
Oh,
rubber
you
match.
do the unless you can just
But
come up
unless
with one.
unless Jack here can actually take home the W.
Okay.
So let's see. So we recently had a blog released on 10K Takes MN.com, and our blogger Case, he power ranked all 122 Big Four Minnesota athletes. So athletes for the Vikings, Twins, Wolves, and the Wild. This is his athlete number 69.
69.
Jake. I think you're up.
All right. Well, that was. Is this athlete still replaying, or are they still playing, or are they retired?
So the blog is only active players on the active sports
okay.
teams.
Well, that's good to know.
On the active teams, let's just save the viewers a little bit of time in their busy day and just ask which team it is.
The Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings. We're going with Mr. Kirk Cousins.
No, dude, think of where the ranking is. You think Kirk's going to be 69 out of 122 people?
Yeah, you're right. He's gonna be way higher.
Yes.
Alexander Madison.
No, higher. He's higher than 69.
I don't know what that was. Harrison Smith.
No,
He
dude,
would be higher,
he was.
too.
He's like
think
90
so?
overall in Madden this year,
I'm just
dude.
thinking of all 4 sports teams on 122. That's actually a lot. That's not
There's
bad.
52 people on the Vikings team alone.
Caleb Evans.
No, it's not. You're getting better with your guesses, though.
Okay.
That's a little more random.
That's so we have to get more random with.
Or
this.
you could ask more questions. It'll bring you to the end.
Christian Darrisaw.
No, he's Jake. He's one of the best tackles in the league. Why would he be 69 for the?
Because we're talking about all 4 major sports teams.
Greg Joseph.
No.
I was gonna say he is spotty enough. That could have worked.
Yeah. That's a better guess than what Jake just had with
Jake's
Darrisaw.
just guessing the best player.
Yes.
Well, no, I would thought based on this list. Okay. CJ Ham.
No.
I was gonna get Lewis Seen, but he played like 3 games last year.
He's in the rankings though, but he's not 69.
Okay.
69. All right. My gosh.
You can ask things like colleges, what year he was drafted. There's a lot you could do here.
Yeah. What school did he play for?
He played for TCU.
Oh God, I'm so bad with draft stuff. TCU, Bradbury?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
What did we just get?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, Jordan Addison.
It's not. But
that was USC.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Jesus. Would you calm down with whatever that is? Let's go Ryan Wright.
No,
Hunter?
it's not, no.
I'm missing a key
I
player.
don't even want to go overtime round. We're just going to keep guessing until you guys get the Minnesota Vikings player who's number 69 on this list.
We might need to delete this episode. That's a bad
This
look.
is bad, dude. My brain is fried with the Vikings players right now. I don't know why.
It might give it away. You could ask position. You could ask stuff like that. Again, there's going to be multiple people at the position considering he's ranking
I know
52 players for the Vikings.
Should we know the name? I mean,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I mean, people who watched every game of the Vikings last year should know his name. Yes.
Oh shit. KJ Osborne.
It's not KJ Osborne. That's a lot better of a guess, though.
Fine. Offense or defense?
He's offense.
Okay, that saves me some time.
That saves the listeners
I
wanting
know.
to stab themselves.
Kine Aguanu.
No.
Oh shit.
He did score a touchdown last year, maybe multiple, but he for sure found himself in the end zone at least once last year.
Johnny Munt.
No,
That's
that's
a
a
good
good
one.
guess,
Damn it.
though. That is a good guess.
Holy dude.
That scared me.
T.J. Hawkinson.
It's not TJ. He's a lot higher, dude.
Brian O'Neill. No, he didn't.
No.
No, he played at Pitt. Fuck my. What a waste of a gas.
You guys want the position?
I don't know.
How would I just say this? It's considered a skill position group.
Oh, the onside kicking coach. No.
I'm sorry, kicking coach, dude.
As he's like biting his
Gosh,
fingers.
he's like Frank the Tank right now with the biting, man.
Jake's just blurting out sounds and making noises.
I feel like I've said everyone on the roster. Shit.
Johnny Munt might be my best guess.
Yeah, I thought you got it there, honestly.
See, this is why we miss Cam. Cam would be nailing this shit.
Yeah,
left
he
or
would've
right.
won
Well, this is what happens
I
when you
know.
skip the podcast to go to the demolition.
Well, let me
Okay.
see here.
We can blame Cam for this going to shit. It's
Well,
a skill position group. So take out your offensive linemen, right? Take out anyone that you wouldn't consider a skill position group. Not even quarterbacks, right? Like
It's offense. I'm blanking.
Oh, I think I know who it is. Wait, currently on the team.
Yep.
I don't know if this guy's been released yet.
You might as well just guess.
Irv Smith Jr.
No, he's been released.
Yeah,
he
I was
played for
gonna
the.
say-
He got signed by the Bengals, which actually might be a good pickup in fantasy.
Yeah, you never know. Joey B.
Mm-hmm.
An actual offensive line that blocks.
Yeah.
Other than a few guys.
If only you can stay on the fucking field.
CJ
Yeah.
Ham. That would be my best guess. Honestly.
Okay, well, I'm going to spoil it. I'm going to give you guys the receiver. It's a receiver. Okay, so let's start naming
Jalen
receivers.
Rieger?
It's Jalen Rieger.
Oh.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
He was awful.
Why would he put him at 69?
Because there's so many people. There's people worse than him. And also, it's,
I would put the entire Iowa Wild.
See,
before
I
put
was-
Jalen Rieger.
No, believe me, I had him in my head like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, there's no way he's even on that list at all.
Oh yeah, it's because it's all active players on the sports team. That's why 122 is set because that's literally all the rosters of the 4 sports
Oh,
teams.
see, I thought he was ranking all just the top. Okay,
No.
Yeah.
I misinterpreted. I would have guessed him a while ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. let's
I
go
had
with
him in
that.
my head a
Oh,
while ago.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
didn't. I misinterpreted. Okay.
It's just Jake. I mean, you're like semi in charge of the fucking blog. Are you not reading any of the blogs
I didn't read.
that
I
come
didn't
out?
read that.
Oh, it's 122 spots. I know it's a lot, but like a lot of like the back spots are like fourth liners or people you've never heard of on the Vikings who play special teams, or the bench players. For the
so he's literally
Timberwolves.
ranking every single active player.
Yes, as long as they're on the current.
I'm going to go ahead and protest this blog and say that Johnny Munt belongs in 69 because it's way funnier.
Oh, yes.
That was actually a really good guess. Now I think about it.
The 1-1-1 stat line, one reception, 1 yard, 1 touchdown.
Okay, Jalen Reagor. Okay.
All
I just thought he would have been way lower.
Do we actually have to take this to fucking rock, paper, scissors?
Or should we just do one? Try to.
Yeah, do you want to pick something?
Your head?
Yeah, we can do. Let's do a state.
State, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the state bit.
Is it Jake's turn?
Jake's just going to start
I'm lost
guessing.
at this point.
We're going to sound dumber after this.
We are dumber for this.
Is this state above or below the Mason-Dixon line?
It's above.
It's above it. Is it in the east or west of the above the Mason-Dixon line?
We're going to just go Midwest. How about that?
Midwest. That would have been a good name for a band.
Probably already exists.
Yes.
Kind of.
You think someone didn't think of that?
Yeah.
Let me Midwest. I'm sure that's a band name, dude.
It might be a country band. I feel like.
Dude, we tried to make that a group name once.
That's such a bad
Midwest.
name.
I know.
For like
Midwest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. There is
All right.
a band called Midwest.
And it's us. No. Okay.
They're on Spotify. They get 1,000 listeners a month.
All right. So I'm gonna go with South Dakota,
No.
Indiana.
No.
Iowa,
Illinois.
No.
Michigan,
Minnesota.
North Dakota.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. North Dakota. I chose the alma mater.
That was a brutal win.
Oh god, that was
me.
a brutal game. I realized that normally when I do this, we have a good complement of guys who are into pop culture, guys who are into sports, and guys who are really, really, really into sports. And when you're missing the guy who's really, really into sports, all of a sudden a third of the game becomes really hard for the two guys who aren't like as into sports as him.
It also hurts when you don't have as many people guessing or
Yes.
asking questions because
especially because if Cam's guessing people you wouldn't have thought of, it might spark more guesses in your own mind, right?
Cam would have been another question to ask in the first round.
Right,
or whatever.
exactly. Or another guest to have, like when we're trying to name fucking basketball teams.
Yeah, he would have said the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah,
I struggled today. I hate myself a little more now because of today.
You never know, though. I feel like Cam could have had a brain fart and been like, oh my God, I totally forgot about the Detroit Pistons, and you'd borderline almost like one off himself because he forgot a team name.
I fucking swear, and I know I guessed the Nets, but I, for whatever reason, after I guessed that, thought I guessed the Pistons, and there were multiple times where I was like, oh, the Pistons. Oh, wait, I already guessed that. I totally forgot I guessed the Nets. Why did I guess the Nets? They're a fucking disaster. Big three thing didn't work. The super team thing didn't work. Why would I guess the Nets?
Well, I love
so irrelevant.
You guys just heard the conference and you were just guessing like everyone on the East Coast. Like that's what you guys ended up doing.
Yeah, East Coast instead of East. But I went to Memphis. I went inward a little bit to New Orleans, and I.
You know what would have been another really good niche guess? The Washington Wizards. I feel like they are the most forgettable basketball team on planet Earth.
Yeah.
See, I try to make it hard by I searched NBA teams and I just kind of found one that I thought wouldn't be obvious.
Yeah.
Well, the Malice at the Palace.
Yes.
Or the Bad Boys. That's the only thing I know about the Pistons.
That's why I thought maybe Orlando Magic was the one, but didn't hit.
Yeah, well,
that wasn't the UFC one. I'm still embarrassed by that I didn't say John Jones.
For
whatever reason, I thought he was retired.
I actually think that was our most impressive one because we somehow named like 20 UFC fighters despite never watching it.
Yeah.